Narcissistic people are very good at deploying the silent treatment when things aren't going their way in order to punish you, control you, and get things their own way. However, they're not very good at coping when you respect their silence and remain silent towards them. Narcissists are characterised with a sense of self-importance. They lack the empathy to care about you. They seek that excessive attention and validation. They use the silent treatment to weaponise their communication with you. It's to manipulate and control you so things can go in the way the narcissist wants things to go. Understanding their games is crucial to navigate the complex dynamics of a narcissistic relationship so that we no longer take their behaviour personally and we can begin to distance ourselves from their emotionally draining, manipulative mind game. So just why do narcissistic people fall silent on you? Usually this is a strategic, calculated plan to regain control over the situation. Either you might have called them out on something, and they don't want to admit to it, so they just shut off all communication with you. You might have asked them to do something, they don't want to do it, so they shut off all communication with you. They might have promised you something, failed to deliver. You might have asked them about it and they shut off all communication with you. They might ask you to do something and you've already agreed to do something else, and they know full well you've agreed to do something else. They just want to see what's more important to you. They don't understand that you've made a promise to somebody else and that, yes, I'll do that for you tomorrow. They want you to do it now, and because you're not, they fall silent on you. Their silent treatment is a choice driven by their desire to protect their fragile ego, to protect their vulnerabilities, because they don't want to be open and honest and communicate with you. Instead, they choose to shut down on you. We all know, or most of us know, that when our feelings have been hurt, we might not know what to say and we have to take time out to process it. However, with a genuine person, at some point, once you've calmed down or whatever it is, you go and communicate with that person. That will not happen with a narcissist. They twist the blame, they gaslight, they shame you, they go all out to get away with their behaviour. Narcissistic people withhold communication to protect their ego from any form of criticism. They withhold communication to exert power and control and dominance over you. It is a form of passive aggressive manipulation so that they can they can keep a hold of their sense of superiority over you and coerce you into complying to them. The impact of the narcissist's silence can be significant. It can cause prolonged harm to the victim. It creates a sense of uncertainty. It creates a sense of inadequacy, a sense of isolation. It can cause anxiety and self-doubt and depression. The cycle gets you to a point when you're the victim of a narcissist silent treatment of feeling ashamed and feeling like you're to blame and working harder and harder to please them, walking on eggshells around them, losing your voice for fear of silence from them, losing your boundaries for fear of silence from them, because you might have recognised that when you spoke up about something before, they accused you of being too sensitive or not being able to take a joke. You pursued your feelings because you're willing to be open and vulnerable with them, and they shut down on you, which makes you question your worth and not their behaviour. However, when you can recognise that it's a mind game that they're playing and they're not willing to take a couple of days to calm down and then have open and honest communication with you with shared responsibility or taking responsibility, you might then learn to respect their silence and remain silent towards them, to which a narcissist who seeks that attention and validation in the excess is going to take great offence to this. It's going to damage their very fragile ego, that their manipulation method is no longer working on you, that you're no longer chasing them, and you can't win with them, because if you chase them, you're wrong. If you don't chase them, you're wrong. When you remain silent, they lose their desired power and control that they had over you. They lose the dynamics they had of the relationship, that they were better than you, that they were superior to you. It disrupts their gameplay, which often leads them to escalate their games. They want to reclaim their power over you, because by you remaining silent towards them leaves the narcissist disorientated. It leaves them potentially questioning themselves. They are hardwired for that control and that power. So when you remain silent on them, they can react in so many different ways. One of these can simply be the smear campaign, in order to try and get you to communicate with them and ask them to stop smearing your name. And what you have to recognise is they're not going to listen to you. Prove by your actions you are not the person they are telling people that you are. They might come and act like nothing ever happened. There was no fallout, there was no disagreement, there was no debate. They just come along, hey, long time no see, how are you? And when you act offended towards them, because they're very offensive people, they blame and shame you. They might come at you with the sarcasm and the subtle digs, especially if you're in the family home and they've fallen silent on you. So you respect their silence and carry on like nothing is happening and leave them to it. And then they try and provoke and chip away at you to gain a reaction from you. Have those subtle digs, become very sarcastic to try and get a reaction from you. And then when you react to them, they can say, oh, look, aren't they in a mood today? To those who are around you. They might try and triangulate you with other people. They might try and get other people to come to you and tell you how much the narcissist is hurting, so that you are the one that feels guilty and tries to communicate with the narcissist, because they're looking to paint you in a bad light. They might go all out to impress a stranger, to try and provoke feelings of jealousy within you, so that they can feel more important, so that they feel valid, that they're special. They might go all out to seek pity. They might suddenly have some form of illness to try and get you to feel bad and go and communicate with them. Narcissistic people, some of them might just remain silent because they know in the past that you are the one who's sought them. You are the one that's chased them. So they're just waiting for you to get over yourself and go and speak to them. This is the easiest way to separate yourself from those kinds of narcissists, because when they believe that you are the one who needs to go after them and they're not going to come to you and play games, you just remain silent and they will leave you alone forevermore. With others, they will play many different mind games in order to get you to open communication with them, and then they've got you where they want you again, and you have to break free all over again. So when it comes to a narcissistic person, they fall silent on you to control the given situation any way they can. This leads to so many negative emotions within you, which causes you to chase them, giving them the validation and the attention that they believe they're entitled to. When you respect their silence, this questions their sense of power, their sense of control, and it unsettles them, it unnerves them, which is why they will play many different games, from gaslighting you to smearing your name to acting like nothing's happened, blaming you, shaming you, trying to ruin things for you in order for them to regain their sense of superiority on you. we do have to ride out the storm. When it comes to dealing with this, we have to find activities to keep our minds occupied. Self-care, doing the hobbies we enjoy, reaching out to friends and family. If we've been isolated, reaching out to those friends and family that we've been isolated from. We have to find something healthy to keep our mind occupied when a narcissist falls silent on us, so we don't fall for their trap and go chasing them and giving them the attention and validation that they require from us. Now, if someone falls silent on you and then a few days later you're able to have open and honest communication with them and they are with you, then that's just somebody who requires to just shut down for a couple of days before they're willing to open up and be vulnerable. With a narcissistic person, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour and they will not be vulnerable with you, only if they're playing the victim to get the attention they want from you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I must be sure this channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out now on Amazon. A Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you are not able to go no contact, and I shall link those into the description also. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.